Am I the asshole for refusing to keep my phone on sound or vibrate at all times? I prefer to keep my phone on silent. It's on Do Not Disturb, mostly, and does not vibrate. I still check it regularly and I'm reachable, just not instantly. I work online and check my phone way too much already. Today, my wife was shopping for her business. She hurried out and forgot her personal phone. She called me. I missed the call and called back about 10 minutes later. This situation came up years ago with my older brother, who felt it was disrespectful and irresponsible. We disagreed and moved on. But I was also bad at answering texts back then. That has changed. They mostly just wanted an answer in an acceptable time frame. Now it's come up again with my wife. She wants my phone on sound or vibrate in case of emergencies, and says it's stressful for her knowing she might not reach me immediately. From my perspective, being constantly interruptible makes me anxious and distracted, and I don't think being instantly reachable at all times is a reasonable expectation. I told my brother and wife that I don't feel like I should be on call 24/7 because of modern technology. It's my choice to be more at peace, not anxious about the phone. But now, it turns into a situation where I get anxious when my wife leaves the house. What if she calls? What if I miss it? It's an unhealthy situation, and I wonder if I'm being too stubborn. If there was a medical emergency, you shouldn't call me, but you should call an ambulance. Right? She feels I'm being stubborn and dismissive. I feel like I'm setting a reasonable boundary. Am I the asshole? Am I missing something obvious here?
Am I the asshole for asking my best friend why she's excluding me? I, 29 female, have been best friends with Jenna, 29 female, since college. We've been inseparable for 11 years. We talk every day, spend every weekend together, go on trips, the whole deal. She's basically my soulmate, platonic obviously. About 6 months ago, Jenna started dating this guy, Mark, 32 male. I was happy for her at first. I really was. But then she started canceling our plans to hang out with him. I totally understood. New relationship energy and all that. I never complained once, but it's been getting worse. She's canceled on me 6 times in the last 2 months, always last minute. Always for Mark. I finally told her, very calmly, that I felt like she was prioritizing him over our friendship, and it hurt my feelings. She apologized and said she'd make more effort. Things were better for like 2 weeks. Then last month, I saw on Instagram that Jenna went to this wine tasting event downtown. The same weekend, she told me she was too busy to come to my place for our pre-planned dinner and needed to cancel. I didn't want to be accusatory, so I just texted her, "Hey, saw you were at that wine thing. Hope it was fun. Would have loved to come if I'd known about it." She left me on read for 3 days. Then she finally responded with just, "It was a last-minute thing with Mark's coworkers." Okay, fine. I dropped it. I didn't want to seem clingy. But then 2 weeks ago, I found out through another friend that Jenna is having a birthday party next month, and I haven't been invited. I texted Jenna asking about it, still very calm and not accusatory. And she called me and said it's going to be a small thing, just Mark's friends and a few people from work. I was so confused. I've been to every single one of her birthday parties for 11 years. I asked her directly, "Are you mad at me? Did I do something wrong? Because I feel like you've been icing me out and I don't understand why." She got really quiet and then said, "I think we need some space. You're being really intense lately and it's making me uncomfortable." I was floored. Intense? For asking why my best friend of over a decade is suddenly treating me like a stranger? I told her I thought that was really unfair and that I deserved an actual explanation. She said she didn't want to have this conversation and that she needed time to think. That was 12 days ago and she still hasn't reached out. I'm heartbroken. I've literally done nothing wrong. I've been patient. I've been understanding. I've tried to communicate my feelings like an adult. And she's acting like I'm the problem? My mom says I should just give Jenna space, but I feel like if I do that, our friendship is just over. I sent her one more text yesterday saying, I love you and I'm here when you're ready to talk. I just want to understand what happened. She blocked me. I'm completely devastated. Am I the asshole for trying to save our friendship?
Am I the asshole mom said I'm useless, so I stopped helping? I, female 20, live at home with my single mother and 5 siblings while I finish university. I'll call them A, male 23, B, male 22, C, male 17, D, female 15, and E, male 12. Almost every day, I wash the dishes, load and unload the dishwasher, vacuum the common areas, drive my younger siblings to and back from school, and cook dinner while also attending university. I get no help from my mom or siblings, nor do I get any appreciation for what I do around the house. Last week on Wednesday, I came home late, around 9 p.m. from university, as I was talking to my teacher after the lecture. My class ended at 7:30 p.m. Once I got home, my mom started yelling at me because I wasn't able to cook dinner. There was dirty dishes in the sink, and my brother A had to pick up my younger siblings from school. I was upset by this, but she then said, "You're useless. You don't help out at all." And I got pissed. I replied back, "Sorry for being useless," and went to my room. The following day, I didn't drop my siblings off to school, which forced my mom to have to do it. I didn't make dinner either, and I stayed at university up until they closed the library at 9 p.m. I continued to do this, and the house is now a mess, and my younger siblings have missed a few days of school. My mom and my other siblings are angry at me. I'm just wondering, am I the asshole? I feel like I'm not, but hearing it from my siblings and mom every day is getting to me. Edit. I had to leave some stuff out due to character limits. Apologies for weird formatting on mobile. My family is from a foreign background, so my mom's beliefs are very old-fashioned. I live in Australia and in a location close to the city, so houses are quite expensive here. Rent is due fortnightly, so I wouldn't be able to afford moving out. I don't have a job, but due to a small allowance I get from government, for studies, I contribute $150 a week towards household expenses. I didn't include every single chore I do, but laundry is one chore everyone does themselves because they all wash their own clothes. Female 15 helps male 12 out with his. I wipe down counters and clean the kitchen after cooking dinner. I clean the bathrooms sporadically. My brothers literally pee on the floor and don't wipe it up. I encourage my little siblings to clean their room, but ultimately I end up tidying it. My older brothers are both employed but don't help around the house at all. They play video games when they're not working. My mother does not help me with my school fees. I've taken out student loans to pay for it.
Am I the asshole for cutting up my roommate's pineapple? My roommate bought a pineapple on December the 19th for a party we had at our place. It wasn't ripe yet, so we ended up not cutting it up for the party, and it's been sitting there ever since. Yesterday I noticed that it was on its way out, so I decided to cut it up. I probably threw away 1/3 of it that wasn't good to eat, ate another 1/3, and put the rest in a container in the fridge. I meant to tell her, but totally forgot. This morning she woke up and saw that the pineapple was gone and is upset with me about it. She has a history of leaving fruit and vegetables on the shelves until they go bad and just have to completely be thrown away. So I figured I'd save the pineapple while it still had some life left. Realistically, I should have asked before I did it, but it didn't seem like a big deal. Had the roles been reversed, I would not give two shits about it.
Am I the asshole for not paying for my daughter's wedding because she isn't following the rules even though I paid for my older kids? My wife and I have always told all of our kids that we will be willing to pay for their wedding if they follow a few rules. All family has to be invited, exceptions if something major happened. The wedding cannot be a destination wedding. If all your guests need to get on a plane, basically, and leave the country. Immediate family gets a +1 even if they are not dating someone. Overall, the rules are not that hard to follow, in my opinion. My daughter, 31 female, is marrying Cindy, 34 female, and they have picked out a venue and are working on the guest list. They both know the rules if they want me to pay. My daughter informed me yesterday that the wedding will be child-free. I told her that goes against one of the rules of me paying, that all family must be invited. Yes, that includes the kids. We had a sit-down conversation where she tried to convince me to still pay even if it was child-free. She wants it to be child-free because she wants it to be an elegant event, and her Cindy doesn't like kids that much because she experienced parentification as a kid. I told her would think about, and my decision was no. I informed both of them, and in short, they are quite mad. I made it clear that they can do that type of wedding if they want, but I just won't be paying for it. My daughter is pissed and saying it is unfair that because his siblings did get a free wedding. I pointed out that they followed my rules on this. Everyone is pissed, basically.
Am I the asshole for being upset my BF didn't update me on a night out? My boyfriend, 30 male, and I, 26 female, have been dating for about 2 years. It's pretty serious and we live together. An important side note, a couple months ago, we got into a pretty big fight because on Halloween I wanted to spend time with him and he told me we would get together after trick or treating, but he went out with his friends and didn't text me all night and went to a club until bars closed. I expressed to him that holidays are important to me and I wanted to spend time with him on that day. But the bigger issue being he didn't text me the entire night to tell me what he was doing, who he was with, or where he was going. Now, for the current problem, my boyfriend told me he was going out with his friends to a bar to watch a football game at 4:30 p.m. I was completely fine with it and told him I was going to spend time with my family since I haven't seen them a lot lately. Before he left, I asked him, "You're just going to watch the game, then you're coming home after." That way I knew how much time he was going to be gone and to plan my night around him so I would be home around the same time as him later on. His response to that was, "Yes, I am just going to watch the game and I'm coming back after." I responded with, "Okay, let me know what you end up doing or if anything changes because if you're going to stay out, I'll join you after the game." I packed some clothes for the bar just in case if I ended up meeting up with him and his friends. We said our goodbyes and I went to my mom's house to spend time with my siblings and nephews. I completely trust him and I'm never worried anything is going to happen infidelity-wise. A couple hours pass and the game ends, and I didn't get a single text from him. Hours after the game, I assumed he decided to stay out with his friends, but still no text. I texted him multiple times asking him for updates. At about 9:45 p.m., he texted me, "I'm leaving," which isn't too late and totally acceptable to hang out a couple hours after the game. Except he didn't leave and continued to stay out until past 2 a.m. when bars close. I can't go to sleep until I know he's safe wherever he is staying, so I obviously stayed up waiting for him. I eventually call him at 2:30 a.m. and he picks up and says he's gonna come home now and told me that he went to a couple different bars throughout the night and after the game. Am I the asshole for having a problem with him not updating me throughout the night? I wanted him to send me a text updating me that he was going to a different bar or changing locations so I don't have to worry about him. Sending me a couple texts throughout the night is a respect thing to me. If he cared about me, he would have sent me a text so I didn't have to worry about him. I know he didn't intentionally hurt me or technically do anything wrong, but I feel like I don't matter to him. What do you guys think? Am I the asshole for being upset my boyfriend didn't text me or update me all night? Update. I forgot to mention when he finally did come home, he showed up with one of his buddies that were staying over, which I don't mind, but he told my sister we would babysit for her the next morning at 9 a.m.